What's up, guys?
What's up? I'm in depression
It has been
because of the.
quite an eventful week. Um, I especially want to bring all of us together to have one important chat. That is Premier League and overall refereeing situation. And
Yeah.
we all have faced the tough hand of horrible officiating up until now. So I want to know, really from Shravan, of course. And then, so let's talk about overall refereeing situation in the Premier League up until now. Like it exceeds just this season. By the way, it's been there for like at least a couple of seasons, and the fact that having VAR did not make it any better for all of us with respect to the number of controversies that it's created. So, yeah, Shravan, I want to give you the mantle to begin with. I would like to give you that opportunity. Just go for it.
So honestly, right, and I'll start off only with a hot take. I genuinely believe that organization is just corrupt. It's not inept, it is genuinely corrupt. The head of the organization is Howard Webb, classified non-Manchester United fan. There ends the story for me. Right?
Oh, so what do you mean by corrupt? So what exactly? How are they corrupt?
They are corrupt in the fact that there are biased decisions every game week that suit certain teams. Simple as that. There is certain an overwhelming. Yeah, let's not talk about the bottom half teams, but there are clear cases where teams like Manchester City get away with a lot of shit. Right?
We don't have to talk about Manchester United. Yeah, it's okay.
No. Yeah, United they suck. Even with the referees, they suck. So that's fine. No, but my point being, there is a clear case documented with proof where people are like, okay, those many incidents going in favor of Manchester City cannot be coincidence. And I genuinely believe that some of the PGMOL's biggest referees, so-called best referees, are genuinely corrupt and under the pockets of the big clubs. Anything outside of Arsenal, they are under their pockets. I'll tell you why. There is this Anthony Taylor's thing which came out where he was.
Wait, Shravan. You're not only claiming that they're partisan to a specific team or against a specific set of teams. You're saying that they have financial interest in this thing.
100%, dude. Like, why is what's his name? Michael Taylor, or what's his name? Michael Oliver. Why is he accepting a £20,000 fee to go and officiate in Saudi Arabia, where the owners of that league or that match are also the owners of City? So there is a financial motive there, right? And I don't fully understand what the hell is VAR supposed to help with in the case of referees. Fine, referees suck. That's one thing. VAR is supposed to correct that. But if you keep junior referees on VAR and senior referees on the field, and you tell them, hey, boss, you cannot go against a senior referee, then what the hell is the VAR for? Why is it not two separate organizations? How is it that every third-rated decision that they give to Arsenal has never again been repeated? But when it comes to Arsenal, it's like, oh, word of the law, you have to do it. Why is it? Why is it that way? Secondly, there is also a concerted effort where PGMOL is getting into bed with like broadcasting companies like BBC or MSNBC, where they are brought onto the show to analyze decisions. And apparently, this is another thing I heard, that they have the head of PGMOL has a weekly meeting with these broadcast companies to discuss what can be discussed in the show and how they are portrayed. So apparently, after that Miles Lewis Kelly's red card, Howard Webb had gone on a meeting with all of these broadcasting companies and said, try not to banter PGMOL because it's already putting us in bad light. And that's when Jamie Carragher's tune changed. Gary Neville's tune changed. Everyone else became
one idiot. As a Liverpool fan, I will be the first one to say he's the biggest idiot, the biggest pundit idiot out there. But anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's sad, and this is pathetic because 8 years ago, even Arsene Wenger called it out, saying the referees in this country are just not good enough. It's just pathetic that leagues that get decided by a single point, by a single 3-inch margin where the ball is just about to go in, you have referees that can dictate literally who is the champion and who is not. And I'm not saying, and I mean this in all honesty, I'm not saying that we would have beaten Liverpool or would have been above Liverpool, but at least that this season's race would have been much closer, if not for some of the shit decisions we've got. That's my honest opinion.
I heard a stat that it costed at least 12 points to Arsenal, one way or the other.
I'll take
refereeing
it on the
decisions.
chin, dude. I'll take it on the chin. 50% is our fault. Even if there was a bad referee decision, we should have gone ahead and won some of these games, which we did. So even if I give you 6 points for that, I'm still losing by 6 points, which means the gap to Liverpool and Arsenal would have been 3 points, which is everything to play for. Right?
Yeah.
It's not 9 anymore.
I agree.
So, I'm done. I can talk, but I'll stop.
Yeah. No. I think like to the original question about referees, right? It's become so obvious that it's so bad. Like and it's become so obvious for football fans like us. Like, we don't know what is a penalty anymore. We don't know what is a handball anymore. We don't know what is a foul anymore.
Exactly.
The saddest part is, like, the game has come to this, and I would say the saddest part is the game has. I mean, it's not like it's happened all of a sudden, right? It's been like a consistent, gradual, like, decline and no action, etc. It's now reached a point where when a goal is given, I don't celebrate, which is crazy, right? You don't know whether this is like an offside.
This is just Liverpool fans showing off, saying that I'm scoring too many goals, man. That's all. Yeah.
No, but it's true. It's true.
Dude,
there is like a 10-second gap between this goal scored and you actually celebrating it.
Yeah. Like, see, again, so this season, obviously, like, I will say, like, since we are at the top, maybe the decisions going against us are not scrutinized as much, or something like that, right? You can say, but so we have also had our share, bro, like the karate kick, the basketball, obviously.
Basketball happened last season.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, like last season only, right? So, but then coming back to the point of refs, right? My opinion is it feels like it's all against like Arsenal at this point, which is genuinely there. But then in the past seasons, there have been other teams impacted as well, and even now there are teams outside Arsenal impacted as
100%.
well. But then football at the end of the day is a game of margins, and if a referee screws a marginal decision, right, it can impact something as crazy as the title race, which ideally it should not. So that's the whole point.
Yeah.
But
yeah. I think
and again,
I've been on
why is VAR and PGMOL the same entity? The fact that
someone cannot. I have no issue with that. I have no issue with that.
My question is not even why is VAR. My question right now is what is VAR?
That is the other
like, what is this?
What is it?
Like, what is it supposed to do?
Nothing.
Okay.
Like,
back the
is it supposed to just is it supposed to just draw lines? Is it supposed to do
that
something?
Also
is it supposed to anyway, what is VAR? That's my first question.
Okay, so as a neutral for Premier League, so for the most part, like my only allegiance is to a title race, and I would support any team whoever is in need or called an underdog. So at this point, so in the beginning, it was not. So I'm still not saying that there is some kind of weird conspiracy. You need extreme amount of proof to say some shit like that. But as a fan, I 100% understand that you guys have seen enough evidence because you follow every single game. You take every single decision personally. It matters. So sometimes it's easy to forget, the same stuff happened to Manchester City or Liverpool in the long run. But yes, the things that I've seen over specifically this season, especially against Arsenal, it is impossible to say that, yes, there is something weird going on here. There is
impossible to say or impossible not to say?
Impossible not to say that something weird is going on here. Whether that's like the Rice, kicking the ball away, or Trossard kicking the ball away and getting the second yellows immediately. And there was a game where
Saliba red card also.
Saliba red card is still a red card. Yeah. There are instances where other teams do pretty much the same thing. Sometimes with the same referee. It just doesn't get called or immediately. So, and again, we'd like to jump on all these Arsenal fans on X and everywhere else saying that, hey, look at this happened to us. They didn't call. This has happened. Sometimes they come out like crybabies, but they have a reason at this point. I genuinely sympathize with that.
Right.
But even now, I don't feel that it is some kind of a conspiracy. my feeling is that Arsenal fights tooth and nail for every single game at this point because they have to win. There is pressure every single game on them to make sure that they don't go far behind. And sometimes that happens. And a lot of games become closer and closer as you get, the tighter and tighter up to the title race. So every decision matters more than any other random game. Fine. Liverpool wins 4-0 against some other team. There is a bad decision that went against Liverpool. Nobody cares. But there are so many games where Arsenal is very serious about at this point to cover the gap. So I still don't think it's conspiracy. I would put more on this on the incompetence rather than the conspiracy side of it.
Yeah.
They are so bad at so many things. Now let's switch towards the VAR.
Wait. I want to change. I want to counter what you just said, right?
Sure.
I understand that there is a level of ineptness there. Like I'll give you that. I mean, obviously, conspiracy theory. I might obviously as a riled up Arsenal fan, you can say, oh, this is like you're taking it to an extreme, right? But explain why everything that Arsenal does becomes something that PGMOL or the FA have to look at. Why is that?
Yeah.
Miles Lewis celebration even a talking point?
Yes.
It's been 6 days since the bloody match happened. It's okay for Haaland to throw the ball at Gabriel's head, but it's not okay for a child to go and celebrate. In a match where adrenaline is running high, it's not okay. That we have to police. It shouldn't disrespect the player. Vardy does that every game.
Absolute nonsense.
Neil Mbappe made fun of James Maddison's dart throw.
Yeah, everybody does that. Everybody has done weird stuff like that.
So why
especially when they're derbies.
Tell me, why am I wrong in saying that it's a conspiracy? Because these things don't happen to other clubs.
So
I don't know.
One point, no. So one point I'll share there is now, for example, right, yesterday's Liverpool game against Tottenham. Say we lost it, right? They would have been focused on the second yellow that Liverpool didn't get, that led to Tottenham's first goal, that led them to get 1-0. We would have lost the tie. Liverpool fans can be riled up. So the point is, I feel like there is some sense, bro, in the sense that things are not going so well in Arsenal's season. Some of this is getting amplified by the fan base, etc. But I would not also discount the fact that right now seems like more the decisions are going against Arsenal for sure. I will admit that. But then I don't think it's a matter of people at PGMOL hating Arsenal.
Yeah.
There is evidence of referees hating Liverpool, which is that David Coote or whoever it is who got fired, etc. These may be there, may not be there, may not have surfaced up, right? So I'm not saying it is only that. I'm saying it's a possibility. I'm not saying it is happening.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That's
what I'm trying to put.
That's all. Even I'm trying to say. In a massive league, there are the number of decisions that's being made wrong. We are probably missing 70% of them simply because we can only watch so many games. In the games which we watch, especially games what Arsenal has been playing lately, they have been super tight. Even the Manchester City game, it was only it's just this weird derby kind of setting at this point against Manchester City versus Arsenal. They want to go show as much as possible that we are better than you. Weird shit happens, and even in this, it was a ridiculous call by FA to even investigate whatever the celebration.
Yeah.
It's just unfair. And Arsenal fans, in my opinion, they didn't do this much of a noise. Even when Haaland threw the ball at Gabriel, they were mad. What the hell is this kind of behavior? This is childish behavior. But then they didn't even say that, dude, you should be looking into this or you should be sending him off. Arsenal fans were quite chill at that time.
Why is it
I have to bring a little bit of history here, and you know where I'm going into this. October 2023, Mikel Arteta comes out and say, referees can make mistakes, guys. They are humans at the end of the day. When Klopp was like, what the fuck is going on here? We lost. This is clear offside. We need a rematch. Hey, wait, one minute. Yeah. So we asked for a rematch. Then Mikel Arteta said this. And then the holy Aussie, Big Ange mate came. It's okay, mate. This is the beauty of the game. It's a human error. And then when in Newcastle, 4 handballs didn't go his way, he came gaga and did like this.
See, again, I'll give you the fact that mistakes can happen. I make mistakes at my work every day. You make, I'm sure.
No. The thing that I'm trying to say is this season, it feels like it is all against Arsenal. When I can go and point. 1 minute. I can go and point to the fact that in the first 3 to 4 months of last the season, everything was going against Liverpool.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Again, the
So
problem.
if
The
things
problem
can
I have
can even out in a season, things can also even out across
No.
seasons. So again,
No.
so
So I don't believe in that concept of evening it out. A bad decision is a bad decision.
sure, I'm not
No.
saying that we shouldn't be complaining about the bad decision. We have to complain, but I mean, as a fan, Shravan has every right to feel like something's against them when so many things are going against.
Sure.
Just the way Avinash, you
100%.
felt when things were going against Liverpool, and I would have felt the same thing anyway. I can definitely feel that it's warranted. Something like that happens. So now, VAR. So there is this. Let's separate the technology from the actual implementation. So I genuinely believe it's an improvement with respect to figuring out like the close calls, like with respect to offsides or the penalties or stuff like that.
Right.
This is genuinely useful simply because you get a second look and you have a chance to rectify any bad mistakes you've done. But man, these people are so inefficient in implementing this change. First, number one, why don't they have automated offside? Like UCL has, La Liga has, a bunch of other teams have automated offside, which solves a lot of things very easily. There's no scope for these red and blue lines and bullshit like that. Number two, the people who are sitting in that, like Shravan pointed out, they are these junior referees who has absolutely no authority saying that, hey, referee, you made a bad call over there. That's a bad red card. That's a bad non-penalty decision, or that's a bad penalty decision. It's just like, okay, I've given this. Try to support me as much as possible. If not, don't talk.
Yeah.
Unless it's so blatant. Sometimes even if it is blatant, they just don't even come onto the picture saying that, hey, you made a mistake. Just go check it out. There were so many things which we missed. It was like, why haven't it been checked? If they check, it is obvious. Just like the VVD's red card yesterday, it should have been definitely a red card for in 90% of the games. But I don't even know whether there was a VAR check. I believe there was.
It was. It was.
Yeah. So that's
and VAR came out and said it was not a violent conduct. For me, right? Like, for me, when I think of VAR is supposed to give objective decisions. That was the whole point of VAR. Say yes or no. But then if VAR itself is subjective, hey, this is maybe violent, may not be violent, what is not violent, then that's like just not having VAR, right?
Exactly.
I think the implementation is the worst that you can possibly see. Like, it's gone ahead and made things even more complex than it can. Now, if you take like so VVD's example, right? In the heat of the game, I'm sure the on-field ref missed what happened, right? But then here, VAR actually came in. Like, VAR did a VAR check, looked at it, and deemed it like not like violent enough. Now, who decides what is not violent?
Do they need some blood?
Should blood
coming out?
Yeah, exactly. Should blood have come out? Should he have rolled out? Should he have not got up? Should he have taken it off in a stretcher? Whatever it is. Like, what is that, right? Which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know.
Again, that's why I beg everybody, whoever is criticizing VAR, I would really want people to separate it out from technology versus the implementation, the people in it, because you shouldn't be throwing the baby with the bathwater kind of situation here, right? So I want the technology to be there, but I beg everybody to make sure that there are competent people doing this. If the most competent person is actually on the field, that says a lot. Yeah.
Competency
For me,
is a function.
Go ahead.
Sorry, competency is a function of being independent in this case. You cannot be competent or be deemed competent if you're from the same organization where you're like, it's like me going and telling my boss, dude, you suck at your work. Like, I'll never do that. Right? I'm never going to point out to my VP or someone and be like, hey, what are you doing? Like, this is useless.
It's like so simple engineering code, bro. The person writing the code doesn't QA the code. You have a
exactly
QA team to actually. It's like common sense, basically, right?
Exactly.
To me, what is this stuff is like. There are so many evidences in so many other sports that are even faster than soccer, like NBA, NFL, where these things have been implemented so well, they work. I mean, so forget about the Chiefs and those refs, that's a complete outlier. But then, like, if you take NBA, for example, right, it's so easy to tell whether the balls are touched somebody's hand, whose hand did it last touch. Here, despite 20 years of VAR, so technology, we still make incorrect corner decisions. Like, it's ridiculous. Now, if I were to switch gears, right? Like, I think it is so high time clubs come together. Like, it can't just be fan associations, right? Clubs have to come together. Like, when like a Klopp or a Slot or an Arteta or a Range, all of them need to come and say this has to stop. I don't know why clubs don't unite against this, because you can clearly see this is ruining the game, right? This is ruining titles. This is ruining the fun. This is ruining the game that we all love, man. Like, do something, dude. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, I don't even know what's their North Star metric at this point. I don't even know what they're trying to achieve. Like, okay, so you implemented this. Is this fixing bad referee decisions? Is that your primary goal? Or is this making sure that there's far less controversies? That clearly has not been achieved. Is this take some subjectivity out of the picture? No, that's gotten worse as well. So they need to come out with a little bit of transparency, saying, hey, this is what we can do. What can how do we achieve this? Like, just like you said, the same entity being part of both, it could end up being this weird conflict of interest where, I'm not supposed to be going against my own teammate kind of thing.
100% what Shravan said. Yeah, exactly.
So PGMOL being just the referees on field and actual technicians who can actually who are trained, of course, and know that again. So I hear a lot of this stupidity from pundits saying that this is a decision made by somebody who has never kicked a ball on the field. Hundreds of fans can clearly see certain fouls who have never kicked the ball on the field. And the people who are making these blatant mistakes are the people with experience. So that argument always is stupid. As long as you know the rules, of course, subjectivity never dies, in my opinion. Yeah, subjectivity never dies, in my opinion.
There are certain things that are black and white, right? Did it hit his hand? Did it not? Was he offside? Was he not? Right? Did it look like according to the rule of the book, is this considered a yellow or a red? If you go by the strict implementation, you don't need more than a third grader to do this shit. Okay. Now, the other problem also that is happening right now is, even if referees make consistent bad decisions, there is no reprimand for them. 100%. You are allowed to come back the next week and make the exact same stupid call, and someone will come and back you up. Your organization is backing you up. Kelly was given a red on the field. VAR backed it. 7-8 referees came out and said, strict implementation of the game. Boot was high, whatever rubbish, red. 4 minutes is all it took for the tribunal to say, no, boss, not a red card, yellow.
Bro, I think that is absolute. The point is, like, there's no repercussion of a bad
no consequences.
This is probably the only organization in the world where there is no performance review, bro. There is no performance review. Like, everybody gets outstanding and everybody gets to play again. Everybody gets on the field again. What the fuck is this, man?
I mean, there is actually a performance review for referees in general. So as an organization, they do have it, but we are not aware of it. But I've seen that I've read about it. There is a performance report where they see overall, they give a report card saying that this is a number of bad decisions or something like that.
If someone like David could continue to referee for so long, I don't trust what performance review they are doing, bro. Like, what is performance review? Like, we have it at our organizations. Like, if you want, we can go teach them, hey guys, there is a bell curve. You need to put folks in like bottom 5%, top 10%, 20%.
No, some of them are beyond that, right? So the Michael Olivers and Anthony Taylors and David Wood up until that situation, they were quite high up the hierarchy, where they are these experienced referees who have been there for a long time. Nobody has that particular. Who's going to say that, hey, your performance has been like so bad, so you're going to have to sit out for the next season or something like that?
That is where I think so clubs need to come, because at the end of the day, clubs, players, owners, that is a product.
Wait, what is how they are going to be the one reprimanding referees for bad decision, irrespective of what level of the ladder you are on?
I think he has the most amazing job, bro. He has the most amazing job.
Free, that is the easiest money you can make, man. If
you want to shit all along. No, I was so bad all along
It's
Now
fine
I'm
that you
head
are.
of everything.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
Failing
that is
upwards.
How
horrible.
do you
He's
fail
literally,
upwards?
he's failed upwards. No failing.
Yeah.
But
No, it's not the end
this is
yet. So
going to
there
come
will be
back.
more, right?
There is going to be
Okay.
some team that is going to get relegated by like a single point because of a VAR decision, because of a refereeing decision that went against them. It is going to cost jobs for relegated teams because obviously they lose a lot of revenue. It's going to cost players money, whatever. It's going to cost a lot, right? And just needs to be fixed. Forget top of the table. We still make 100 million. Liverpool make 120 million for winning the league, whatever, right? But it matters. And I've said this in a previous podcast also. You are taking away the ability or the chance for a young player to win a trophy by making such bad calls. Players have X number of years in their career. You make such bad calls, you take away the chance to win by a single point. Liverpool could have had 2 Premier Leagues, dude. I don't think the season that they lost by 1 point, I'm sure they've been aggrieved by some decision. I've never heard of a Manchester City decision go against them, by the way. If I
No, come on.
That's why that
Even this season, there was
They
a
might
there
be.
was a game.
that's
No. So there was a
They
game
might be
where
different. I'm saying I don't know.
I'm telling you, there's a game
Ah.
where Rico Lewis literally was stepped on and should have gotten the penalty. It went the diametrical opposite decision where Rico Lewis was sent off, let alone not giving a penalty for Manchester City. That guy was sent off for getting stepped on. Wow, look at it. They didn't do anything. And I came out and I told immediately to you guys, dude, Manchester City was blatantly robbed. And you guys agreed. There's one,
115 charges, one wrong decision.
there's one thing which we
I
need
don't
to
feel sorry for them.
we need to have another perspective here, right? So we are all following all these big teams. We watch most of the big games. The shithousery that's happening between the in the games between Fulham versus Leicester, Southampton versus Leicester, Manchester United versus Southampton, all kinds of bottom of the pile games where we don't even know what's going on. Nobody even knows. Nobody complains. They don't get that much support. Manchester United,
Yeah, well,
yes,
they
they have
do.
fan support. Yeah.
One small highlight is like, so Pusha just said Manu and bottom of the pile in one sentence.
It's empirical evidence at this point.
Bring that out to all the Manu fans watching this pod. Anyway.
Yeah. So
Yeah, but yeah, I think we should wrap. Yeah. But, yeah.
But yeah, so my ultimately my Shravan calls corruption, I call incompetence, and I also feel like people shouldn't be judging VAR on its face as a technology. They should be putting the people who are implementing this more outside rather than calling it VAR, rather than call that the people behind the VAR. So I don't want bad rep to VAR because it's very good intention. The intentions are very good. There are a lot of problems that fix, but make sure that you fix the implementation before you throw the technology out of the window.
Anyway, so one other thing is sorry, finish.
No, so what I was going to say is like, at this point, right, of things, how bad it is, I don't have hope that PGMOL is going to do anything.
Exactly.
So, as a fan of the game, as a fan of my club, I am inclined to now turn on my club and ask them, what the fuck are you doing about this? Like, are you fighting these decisions? Are you okay with this? Like, how are you okay with this? Because see, at the end of the day, me as a fan, I am supporting my club, the game that I love. It's gone, bro. Like, so what are you guys doing about this? I think, like, I don't know, as fans, should we turn on so clubs force their hand on action? We do that when, like, I mean, we have done that when they had like stupid ideas like Super League and all of that stuff, right? Like, this seems almost as much as a
detrimental to the game,
that, right? Yeah. Exactly, yeah.
But as long as there are cunts like Fabian Hurzeler, nothing will happen. That Brighton manager, he is so he's one of those properties who's like, oh yeah, referees are doing a great job. Oh, it was 100% penalty, red card for Rice, and it was 100% penalty for Joao Pedro. I was like, oh my god, someone slap him, dude.
No, there are always going to be people on the other side, man. So you can't help it. Yeah.
That's what. So, no, I'm going back to what Avinash was saying. Just like clubs banding together, right? This bugger will be on the opposite side. He has that face on.
I mean, even if it is 1920, it's still a good support. We want at least 3 or 4 coming out. That'll have the snowball effect, eventually making sure that they hold PGMOL accountable or FA accountable. So you made sure that people don't join the Super League in the name of the game and the spirit of the game. And if you are ruining it, you have no right to say that, oh, I shouldn't be going to Super League.
Yeah.
If Super League is going to give me unbiased referee by kicking out all the FA referees here, then why not? Right?
Yeah,
Why
get
not?
better games.
Yeah.
And I want to hear this rant. I want to hear this rant.
Okay, this is now a double rant on owners and lack of ownership, right? Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, what the fuck was this transfer from Liverpool? Like, literally,
Or the lack of it.
what the fuck was this? Yeah, exactly. The lack of it, right? You entered the transfer window with your top 3 players out of contract. You entered the transfer window knowing you're top of 2 leagues. You have something in like awesome to achieve, right? And you exited the transfer window in the same sad state of, okay, this is the team that will take you.
Didn't you lose a few young players as well?
No, I think we like Slot had the what do you call, like, the visionary to say, at least stop this time, guys, because if that will also go right, then everything will go so crazy, right? Like, I feel at least for so Liverpool, it was a lost opportunity, right? Because see, as much as you can pray for the squad to be healthy, as much as like the now like Liverpool medical team is doing like a better job, whatever like narrative that is, I felt this was a clear lack of opportunity and lack of ambition from the owners, right? And this is what, like, as a Liverpool fan, I've been saying over and over again, somebody in that management needs to fucking get fired because of what they're doing. And I think it's of this. See, now I feel, even though where we are, similar things that have happened to Arsenal in terms of injury can happen to us at the end of the day. We are probably one VVD injury away from everything toppling and like tumbling down, right? We are probably one, like, I mean, who else?
Salah.
VVD, Alice, yeah,
Salah.
Anyone, right? So then, where is that ambition, bro? Like, give Slot some money, man. Like, Pavam Payan, like, he's doing so much with what
That's
he
where
has
I
had,
feel.
right?
That's where I feel like it's like that double-edged sword, right? Like maybe they're seeing him do so well that they're like, okay, cool, he's anyway doing well. Why spend money? But which is stupid. But
I think their interests are different, right?
If
I don't think it's that
Exactly.
like, Slot is doing super well. Okay, you don't have to worry about it for now.
Yeah.
But I think their financial interests are
Exactly.
somewhere else right now. Yeah.
It is a classic American corporation, FSG, run like a classic P&L model. Okay, profits are high, expenses are low, so let's just keep this, like, let's keep milking this as much as we can, right? But yeah, I'm sad, guys. I am sad to not see anyone. I am sad to see the same team go ahead and just pray that, okay, no injuries. Okay, one more season, no injury. So just now, like, so Trent had a scare, right?
Yeah.
It could have been detrimental,
Yeah.
like if he had pulled something here and there. No Trent for the rest of the season.
One ACL injury.
But yeah,
That's all it takes at this point. Like for some key player like Gravenberg or VVD or Salah, it's pretty much over.
And the craziest part, sorry, the last point, the craziest part is exactly the same thing happened last season. Like, so April, we were at the top doing everything. That stupid word quadruple was like everywhere. And then one like Jota injury, another one injury, everything comes tumbling down. Really, really hoping it doesn't happen. Maybe another part of my rant is this fucking Manchester to City. Like, what is this bottomless budget, man? Like, what is FFP at this point? No. If more than, so what is a VAR? I have to know what is FFP. Like, how is this club able to spend so much when half of the stadium is empty? They're able to bring who and everyone they want.
Yeah, but that stadium will get full soon, dude. No tension. Phil Foden is taking care of it. He's having like that guy more than both his kids do it this season. What is this?
Why are we shitting on a guy who is just having kids? What's the issue there?
No, I'm just saying, like, Etihad will get full soon is my point.
Yeah, good for them. Yeah.
Nothing on his, yeah.
It's not like they're gonna pay tickets, so it doesn't matter anyway. Yeah.
The point is,
yeah, but again,
yeah.
No. That was my rant on specifically to Liverpool. Now I will hand over to Arsenal fan for his rant.
Oh God,
dude, guys.
I'll tell you what. So to a certain extent, right? I can, if I was a Liverpool fan, to a certain extent, I'd be like, no harm done so far. We should have been cautious, fine, but we're still going gung on everything, right? Like
Bro, gung ho everything because there's
that's what
a
I'm saying.
gap at the top.
No, forget cap at the top. We're still top of the league. No. My point being, at the start of the window, you were top of the table. You were top of the Champions League. You were in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup, and you were in the FA Cup, right? Okay, now you have gone to the finals of the Carabao Cup. You're still in all
Whatever.
right? So even to that extent, I'll be like, acha, fine, whatever. Okay, fine. I can see why it's happening. Arsenal lost their only player who was doing anything on the pitch, lost him on December 21st. That was a clear signal saying, boss, please go and get someone because we have no attackers already. Okay. Then we go and lose Gabriel Jesus in the first week of the window. That I was like, okay, at least now you all will go buy someone. And again, I've said this before, the answer is not outside the transfer window. The answer is still within the club to score goals and do stuff. But you can't do that when you have 14 players who are first team players, out of which one of them is a 17-year-old. You have 3 attackers left. And you exited the window knowing that 2 of your attackers are gone and you're struggling to score goals. And the day after the window, this guy gets injured. Martinelli gets injured for a month, man. Like, you talk about bad luck. No, we are bad luck, and then bad luck is borrowing luck from us at this point. How do you not call back Fabio Vieira from... Okay, you said, fine, I want to be cautious. You said, I don't want to like recklessly spend and bring the wrong player in because if they flop, you'll kick my ass anyway. So I hear you. Okay, fine. You didn't want to get Sesko. You didn't want to get Gyökeres, whatever. Bring back that Fabio Vieira to have one additional player on the bench. No. You're telling me...
One more body.
Just one body. At this point, I'll take push your Avinash and go put them in that place. Because right now, we have 3 17-year-olds playing.
I will play for Arsenal. I will play for
goals.
No. Yeah, exactly. Like, I will be like, oh, sorry guys. Sorry.
But you know what? I'll take that over Mikel Merino at this point. I will take that over Mikel Merino.
How much was that? Was that like
off, I want to say
$50 million? Isn't that it?
28, I think.
Bigger thing that pissed me off than Liverpool, Man City, and Arsenal is to watch Aston Villa, dude. Like, what sort of ambition is this, bro?
That is amazing. Crazy. That's amazing.
Like, they sell, they buy, they bring Asensio, they bring Rashford. Huh?
They only bought in one player, though. They only bought...
No, they bought in 2. I mean,
no,
they're on loan technically.
Technically, yeah.
The squad has been beefed up, right?
So brilliant beef up.
It is not at all rocket science to understand second half of the season is harder than the first half.
Exactly. Yeah.
Teams have had time to gel. Teams have their game plans. Players are back in form, etc. And this fucking league and the games, you play a game every 3 days.
Yeah.
Bro, like, so Liverpool is playing, I think, less than 48 hours, like 2 games. There is like one game week where we have to play a game in like, so less than 47 hours gap.
Wow, okay.
Who is going to play, bro? Like, who is going to play at the end of the day?
Aston Villa has learned their lesson from Newcastle last year. The Newcastle barely made it into the Newcastle were in Champions League and they were riddled with injuries for the entire season because of the extra set of games. Villa, instead of feeling that, oh shit, we have overachieved or something like that, they just doubled down. They beat Bayern.
By the way, they are on the wrong side of CSR, by the way.
They are what?
Even with that. They are on the wrong side of CSR, by the way. PSR, rather.
Yeah. So, I mean, I have a feeling that's why they were so eager to let this guy go for 77 million. They were like, okay, this is going to this is going to balance some books a little bit. And then they got them on loan, like Asensio and Rashford. They're on loan. So
why couldn't like a Liverpool or an Arsenal even get Asensio? Like, what is so attractive about Aston Villa's project that is not attractive for Liverpool and Arsenal? Like that, I don't
understand. No, so you have to understand that. So Arteta also has to think that this guy is going to grow something. So they're not going to. So this is the thing. I still believe buying or getting Chiesa.
Sorry. By the way, Harry Maguire with a 92nd minute winner.
Oh, shit.
92nd minute winner, Harry Maguire. What a goal. Sorry.
Shit.
God bless Harry. Yeah. God bless Harry Maguire.
The most important United player this season.
Yeah, I mean, even for the last year. He was the best player anyway.
Anyway, sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
I think like, who's that guy? Amarim must have 2 like portraits in his house. Ahmad, Harry Maguire. Like, these are the 2 things that is keeping him alive.
He prays to them and
We
comes.
praise that. Like, otherwise, he's gone this season.
Yeah,
But
when
it
we
might
get
be
the
offside.
matches, yeah.
It might
Oh,
be
shit.
offside.
Bro.
Oh my
Bro,
God.
Now, this is exactly what has ruined the game, guys. This exact moment. We all thought this is live reaction of how
But what
football
a
has
ball
been
that
ruined
was. What a
because
ball.
of this.
Insane.
Either the ref says yes or no, or there is something that tells you instantaneously. Now here we have all spoken about Harry Maguire, we praised about Harry Maguire, we shat on like Amorim, and now it's an offside.
Yeah.
No, we don't
What?
know yet.
Yeah.
It potentially could be. I don't know. Anyway, go
So
ahead.
my argument is that I don't think Arteta is actually thinking Asensio or Rashford would help Arsenal in any way. If I was Arteta, I don't think I would be getting Rashford for any position whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yes, he was basically ruined the minute Ronaldo stepped into the team and basically asked Rashford to play out of position. So that stopped. He was brilliant up until then. That dropped a big bomb in his performance and from then on. So he's not, number one, he's not been mentally prepared for some good performances at this point. And this weird toxic vibe that comes out like every manager, even Amorim or even for that, like this weird vibe about him saying that, okay, I'm better than this. I think I deserve something. You're not giving it to me. I don't care whether I do well in the game or in the training. Yeah.
See, like I feel there, right? Like the stakes were not that high, right? It was like just a loan deal, and there was upside in so Rashford for Arsenal.
Yes.
So I think that is what Arsenal could have capitalized. Like, see, at the end of the day, it's a 6-month experiment.
Yes.
If this works, it works. If he comes and if he clicks,
yeah.
he clicks.
Yeah.
So I don't really care if they actually do anything on the pitch. Like that's my thing. Like I don't rate Fabio Vieira, but I'm saying call him back from his loan at Porto. Not because I want him to do something and score a goal. I want him to come on in that 65th minute in a game and we're winning 2-0, 3-0, whatever. Right?
Give them rest.
So that
Give the rest.
Yeah, give the rest to the players who are actually contributing to the team. I don't need Rice and Trossard playing every single minute of every single game. They are going to get injured. And then what are you going to do? You need someone. And if Sterling can do anything, then I'm pretty sure Rashford can do stuff.
I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
Dude,
yeah.
I think Sterling is the dream fan company guy. Like going from Facebook to Amazon to like Netflix to. But yeah, dude. I think overall, at least the teams that needed this transfer window, I think they failed in it.
Yeah.
But the teams who didn't need it as much, they showed more ambition.
Yeah.
And it's like crazy being a fan. But then to my fellow Arsenal fan, I will only say, first time, bro, get used to it. Like, we have been doing this for like last 3 seasons, so maybe...
At the end of the day, you will win titles, man. We're not even winning. We're going to create history as the first team to come second in the league for 3 years in a row. No other team has done that. This is new levels of sucking, yeah. This is new levels of sucking.
That deserves a trophy, bro.
Yeah.
Just put it up there.
Something, yeah. Second 3 years in a row.
How much are you going to blame Arteta for the lack of activity in the transfer window?
It's not on him alone, dude. I think he's doing beyond what he can with this team right now. I don't think this team deserves...
So, come on. It's not about what he's doing with the team right now. It's about who is saying no. So if everybody knows that there's a striker.
Is Arsenal like the Liverpool model where you have like manager, sporting director?
We have an interim sporting director right now who decided that it's not the right time to spend money on getting someone in. So obviously, he has to take some portion of it. But he's also come out in multiple interviews and said, dude, we have no people. We need people. Even after the City game, he said there's always a chance we might get someone in. He's openly said that. Odegaard has openly said that. Kai Havertz has come out and said that. We need people. We need help.
I don't know. The guy who overpaid for Havertz, at that point, it did look like it was an overpayment. I still am cooling on that. So Havertz,
I was reading about
Zinchenko. So all these players have come in because Arteta asked. So are we clearly saying that the owners are saying no to a genuine requirement of a striker at this point, or is Arteta being super stubborn, saying that no, I'm going to make this work?
So I have another theory. Like the other theory is Arteta doesn't have the leverage, if I may say. Like what I mean by that is like the team is not doing insanely well, right? Like Arteta is not like crushing teams like he was 2 seasons ago, so 3 seasons ago. So maybe he can't go openly, like he can't do a Antonio Conte. What Conte did against Tottenham, right? He just came to the press. No, obviously, he came out and he said this, like, so this ownership has no ambition. What the fuck is this, or something like that, right? I don't know if Arteta can do that, or if Arteta will ever do that, or if Arteta is in a place where he can make that much noise and then get the striker, because it is so obvious, dude. Arsenal need a striker.
Yeah.
Like to this point, it's insane that they haven't bought in a striker.
So this one, it's a little different because someone had posted on X exactly how it works at Arsenal. So apparently, Arteta gives a list of players he wants, and there is a clear stubbornness saying, "I only want this player." There is no plan B type thing, or even if there is,
for
Arteta, right? And what happens is there is a transfer negotiator or head of transfers or something, I don't know whatever designation it is, who works with the director of football to decide what is the perceived value of a player. Like for example, for Declan Rice, they said the perceived value for Declan Rice was 75 million. And that whoever that head of transfers is decides whether it's okay to spend more or like not for a particular player. So apparently the way it worked was even for Declan Rice, they did not want to go above 75 million. They actually had to go 30 million more than that only because City came in with a 90 million bid. And they did not want to lose that, where Arteta was like adamant that I need him. Okay. Havertz, they valued at 65 million apparently according to their model, and they got him at 65 million, and so they were happy with it. Now, for this particular window, what they are saying, and I don't know how true it is, but what they're saying is Arteta had given them a list of people that he needed for the long-term project. So if you could get someone like Sesko, or if you get someone like Duran, I don't know if there was another player there, but if you could get that guy, then they wanted to pay for whatever it was, whatever the cost was. Anyone outside of that, they weren't willing to go above and beyond, which is why Watkins was a choice, level 2 choice player, and they did not want to go above 40 million, even though Aston Villa wanted 60 million. Now, if you paid that 20 million more, we would have got Watkins because Aston Villa were apparently ready to sell. But the head of transfers didn't value it and he didn't approve the additional budget. So,
it's all around created by everybody else.
Yeah. And I don't think losing Edu is helping in this regard. So.
Yeah, I genuinely thought that the day they sold Nketiah, I thought that, okay, somebody's coming in for sure.
Yeah. I thought that too. But they went in with a gamble saying, oh, Havertz has been scoring, so it's fine to play without a striker, which kind of backfired. And it will backfire. And it's terrible for the players who have given more than 120% in this league. I genuinely don't think this team deserves to be second in the table. It needs to be third or fourth. But I think we've overachieved with the number of people that are there in the squad. We've played without a striker. Like that Gabriel Jesus is useless.
Any other season, City would be basically not that far away. So
not that far away. Yeah. And on their given day, if Chelsea had to continue their run, we wouldn't have been in the top 2, right? But I still think to drag out results as much as he's been able to has been great. But I also think this. If that 5-1 against City had happened one day after the window had closed, no, I still think we would have gotten a striker. I think we would have gotten a striker. I think somewhere down the line they were like, oh, if we can score 5 against City without a striker, then it should be fine. I think that's what they thought, but I don't know.
Okay.
I as a Liverpool fan, I will again say, first time, no, bro. The feelings will come like this. Like, oh, this result may have
gotten a striker. It's been 3 years.
So you guys are also American owners, right?
Yeah, same.
Same corporation, bro. P&L statement development, like profit, loss, expense not happening. So
except for Chelsea, everybody else is doing that, I guess. Yeah.
At least your owner didn't come out and say, I didn't buy your club just to win trophies. I bought it because I want to make money. So,
bro, I'm sorry. Do not say anything in support of FS.
I'm not saying.
How is that line? Yeah.
The most fuck all owner ever, man. Like, they have Boston Red Sox, they have Liverpool, they have so many other things, bro. what are you doing with this money, man? Like, are you like shoving it up your ass or whatever? Like, do something, bro. Like spend, bro. Like
Hey,
you're
but I
rich.
don't understand.
Getting
You
good.
can pay the club the money as a loan and have them repay you back, right? Like it's not that much of a problem. Like why is this a big deal?
And we are one of the dude. If you take top 5 like net transfer, last 5 seasons, leave it. Go last 10 seasons, bro. Then you will understand what Klopp had to do. They literally burned that man down. Like it's like what do you call that? Burnout, right?
Just gave up.
You burn
I
out
can't
Klopp.
anymore.
Yeah, he's like, I can't, bro. Sorry, I can't. Slot, can you do something? If you have energy, try to do something, bro. Like, that was the situation at the end of the day. But anyway, yeah, I think like just to wrap it up, like
I
maybe.
tell you now, Liverpool are winning the league. Arsenal will fight for second. I said that back then. I'll say it again now. Dude, there's no way, dude. We have 3 players, forward players. That's all. We have 3 forward players. One of them is a 17-year-old. No chance.
Unless some weird stuff
I will
happens
not.
with Liverpool and they drop points, there's no way Arsenal is actually
Oh,
going
for
all
sure.
the way to the end.
Liverpool have to do us a massive favor and drop points and say, I don't want to win this league. You guys take it and go. Then only we'll win.
Yeah.
Okay, I will do what everyone wants everyone else to do right now. I will stay humble. Very humble I will stay. And I will say no comment. Like I will just stay humble and say no comment.
Will you at least celebrate at the end of the season? Or are you going to
The
jinx
end
saying
of
that,
the
oh
season,
shit, too much is happening up right now?
Dude, I am actually seeing how I can get my H1B stamp to maybe be ready. Like I may, but I don't know. It'll be crazy. I don't have my stamp, and then this is like Trump era. Like otherwise, I would have planned something. But
Scary.
But anyway, I'm not. Stay humble. Stay humble.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, this guy Anthony Taylor also came back and said, right, we have to stay humble.
But I think those and all are taken out of context, man.
Yeah.
He said he did.
No, 100. No, if anyone is using the word "stay humble,"
It's
it is
over.
very,
yeah. Kendrick Lamar was also dissing on Arsenal only, right?
Yeah. Everyone will say.
See, but the thing is, no, you didn't hear Arsenal fans get pissed off about it. I was like, whatever, dude, say what you want. You won the game. They deserve to win the game, and they won the game. Great. So you say what you want. Why are these? So I'm very sorry to say this, but my Twitter feed, okay, is filled with Liverpool fans and United fans dissing on Arsenal for winning and celebrating. Why do those two teams care, dude? Okay, Liverpool also give you, dude. Fine. Liverpool also give you. They don't like us.
We care, bro. Obviously, why? So I think genuinely, I'm saying we hate every other club except our own club.
No,
yes or
that's also okay. So that's what I'm saying, right? So I give the fact that Liverpool
No, so a lot of clubs we are apathetic towards. We don't hate every other club.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why are United fans so upset that we won? I want to know that.
Because they are United. They are absolute shit. They don't
Why
know
are
what
they? Shouldn't they be happy that their next door neighbors got like?
I don't understand. They are like, oh, Haaland was talking about this, Sony. He asked you to be humble. You are making fun of a guy who won treble. I'm like, you're not even involved in this. Like, why are you getting upset? You are 13th in the league. No one cares.
They want to be involved. They have no other.
The most awesome some meme that I've seen there is the Squid Game Ring game that they introduced this season.
I haven't seen it.
No spoilers. Cool. Then, hey, by now if you haven't seen, then that's on you. It's not on us to not.
So but anyway, okay. I don't mean to piss off Avinash, but I genuinely saw this, and there is this guy, okay, Liverpool fan on X. For the last 4 days, every day he's posted the same thing. He's like, "Don't worry, City, we will avenge you." It seems. What happened to you? Like, why are you so bothered?
Okay, first of all, that statement didn't so piss me off. I will be the first one to say we also have some fuck all fan bases, like all other fans, and that guy is a fuck all fan. Avenge Man City, dude.
West Ham fans
because of Man City, we lost 2 titles. Exactly. How do you feel like avenge Man City?
West Ham fans are upset that we celebrated Haaland's goal. Why do they care? Like, they still don't
get it. They reeked of 120 million. For one player, and why are they crying?
Oh, because we took
the worst was Jamie Carragher. He comes back and says, "Oh, Haaland has scored 250 goals. MLS didn't do anything. He should have rested." Fuck you, man.
Seriously,
what sort of take is this? Like, what, dude? That young guy came in. He riled up Arsenal, right? He brought the team together. That's what he did with that celebration.
Yeah,
that's what this game is all about.
Yeah, good banter is always. Hey, yeah, dude, Gary Neville is even more blatant. He's like, I don't care what Haaland did, but Lewis Kelly shouldn't have done that. I'm like, what do you mean you don't care what he did? It's okay that a seasoned serial winner is calling an 18-year-old saying, who the fuck are you?
Haaland was
It's
not even celebrating within himself. He particularly went and said that line to Arteta specifically to trigger him. And
Yeah, of course. And
any people, MLS didn't even go into his space and do anything, but he was celebrating with his own team and he was taunting with the way he can. And he didn't even cross the border, in my opinion.
After the first goal, like when Odegaard scored after like 80 seconds or 100 seconds or whatever, Gabriel was right next to Haaland and he laughed on his face, okay? Everyone in the world is upset about that. Haaland didn't seem to care. He is like, I will do what you want, I don't care. Like,
yeah, I deserve.
Like, why are you upset?
Yeah, I deserve this. I deserve this. See, like if I can dish it out, I
Yeah,
should take it.
yeah.
I deserve
I
this.
have zero problems with Haaland. The rest of this bandwagon that goes around his ass, no, that is what annoying thing.
I mean, honestly, even
I will-
City players, they didn't. They would give it back. Like Bernardo Silva went and said something stupid in the press. Like that's okay, in my opinion. Yes, just do all that you can. These pundits and the commentators, just stay the fuck out. Just let the game be the game. Stop over policing
No, but I
only
think-
when you want to police, and the rest of them just letting it fly.
No,
It's
but
just
I
stupid.
think, but you say that,
understand
right?
emotions, right? You understand.
No, bro, because now I feel we can also talk about like where sports media has evolved. Like some people say things for the sake of saying it to make statements, to make headlines. Now the Carragher is trending because he said that.
Yeah.
Or so Gary Neville is trending. Like I'm sure he's waking up and so jizzing to like counting his retweets that he got or whatever. Oh guys, let me like say this now. Like, dude, he comes and says things against Liverpool, man. He's like he has told things against Mo Salah, VVD. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking, bro? Like I understand you are a pundit, your career, but then you are losing your main base, which is your faithful Liverpool fans.
No wonder-
you were the servant.
No wonder Messi called him a donkey.
Anyway,
I lost all
Gary
time
Neville,
for that.
who do you?
I mean, Gary Neville still, like, it's clear that they're acting. So Carragher shows that, okay, I'm all buddy-buddy with you, but Gary Neville has, like, this weird expression every time they talk to each other or whenever they get into this mild debates. It's obvious that Gary Neville hates this guy.
The most genuine person there is Roy Keane. He says bullshit,
Yes.
but he consistently
Yes,
says
that
bullshit.
He stands up to that,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, he consistently says bullshit. That I respect,
He's
bro. Like,
extremely
you are an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are an asshole. You
He accepts
consistently
it.
are an asshole.
Sure,
Just
yeah.
don't show that I am an asshole. I'm a good guy. All this.
Carragher is a joke.
Hello.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, we just.
I hate him.